Okay. Someone asked for more. I was just going to say boot conversations, but that kind of sounds weird.
Well, boot, who knows?
Anyway, someone asked for more of this, so here we are doing more of this. We're at the, I was going to say the bottom, we're halfway up Sliabh an Iarainn.
Yes.
Um,
But we're at the point where you park your car.
yes. So we're going to go up Sliabh an Iarainn today, which is a pretty substantial mountain in Leitrim.
Yes.
As in, it is a substantial mountain for Leitrim. It's, what is it, 531 metres?
Yeah, below 550, I think.
Yeah, somewhere in that region.
Like the 520s, maybe.
But it's quite, like, blobby. It has a pretty big area, so if you're kind of in this area in Leitrim, you see the mountain pretty much from everywhere. So.
Yeah, it's quite a distinctive mountain.
And it's actually the only one we can see from our house.
It's not the highest point in Leitrim, but it's very, very visible.
Yeah.
And it's kind of the most southerly point of the kind of like Cuilca Mountains that all have this similar kind of plateau shape, where it's kind of like steep slope, flat tops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've actually been up here before.
Yes.
And we're going to do basically the same route that we did,
Yeah.
but it was a year ago.
Yes.
And we didn't film it, so.
It was part of our mountain skills course that we did last year. Yeah.
Indeed. Yeah. It's an unmarked route, the way that we're going up.
Yeah.
And it might be familiar to you. You might have heard of the Mass Rock that they have up here. We'll be passing that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. I think it's about 2.5k or so from here to the summit.
Yeah.
So
So
that should be the majority of our climb.
Indeed,
done.
yeah. And then we'll probably have to spend like an hour and a half up there trying to find the trig point. Because it's quite a, like it is very plateauy. It's quite hard to find stuff on it. But yeah, and then we'll see where we go.
Yeah.
There are three mountains in this, or three peaks in this kind of
one plateau.
region. And so we've got Sliabh an Iarainn, we've got Knockacolion, and we have Ben Croy.
Yes.
And they're kind of like next to one another a little bit,
in a
and
little
we'll just
line.
see how we feel when we get up there. Maybe we'll do 2 or 3, or maybe we'll just do 1 and go home. That's what we're going to do, but I'm letting Ellie think that we'll do all 3. Yeah, it's been really nice the last couple of days. But today is very cool, very good weather for walking, so yeah. Alright. Okay, let's go.
Above me you can see the Mass Rock, which is what I think most people hike up the route we've just done to get to and to come see, and it really is kind of a highlight of the area. So Mass Rocks in Ireland tend to be around places that have had pagan, Christian rituals in that area for thousands of years, but Mass Rocks in particular were used for when practicing Christianity in Ireland was illegal, and so they would have somewhere that they would use like an altar to come out and have mass in the mountains or the fields or wherever. So this is the particular Mass Rock for this area, and it's a very dramatic Mass Rock in my opinion. Like hike up this hill, definitely not going to be found by the British or whoever. But yeah, it's a really, really nice walk. You get like the amazing views of Sliabh an Iarainn, of these hills, and you kind of have a cool end destination. So if you're just looking for a short walk, this would be a really nice option. Yeah, it's kind of everything.
It's waymarked the whole way up too, right?
Oh yeah, it is waymarked. Actually, it's waymarked with Elvis, except on the arrow it has the letter G. So I think way back they were developing trails in this area, the Sliabh trails, and they started off using Elvis, the little yellow waymarking man, before the kind of rules and practicalities around what waymarking you use for what levels of trail kind of existed in Ireland. So this, I think, was their G route. They had they just used all the letters of the alphabet and went a bit crazy. I don't think most of the routes exist anymore, but the ones up to the Mass Rock are still there because it's quite a popular little hike. So you can follow yellow Elvis with the letter G, and it brings you pretty much straight here.
Yeah, this one's a lot easier to get on top of.
Because it is perfectly flat.
Yeah, it's gone. Because this is such a plateau up here, there's kind of no point to have a trig point up here in the first place because you can't see it from anywhere else. So I guess they just put one here for tradition or something. Yeah.
Or maybe this is a point where you would, it's benchmark, where you would then measure other trig points from.
But you wouldn't be able to, that's the thing, if you can't see this one, it has no purpose.
No, but you would be standing here looking out at other ones. But you'd actually do that from more a sea level point.
Yeah, or from the side of it where you can actually see other points. So anyway,
yeah.
It's an easy climb up here, to be honest.
Yeah.
It doesn't take that much work.
Nope.
We picked our day because it's been really warm the last couple of days and all the bog is quite solid. It's really boggy up here. So if you're coming up here on any day that isn't bone dry, wear serious boots because you will go up to your knee.
We may or may not have raced to the trig point, and
we definitely raced to the trig point, and I won.
Yes.
I won, so.
But we both have soggy boots, so.
No. My boots are also dry. I won and my boots are dry. Yeah, we're going to take a bit of a break now and decide what we want to do next.
Yeah. So the way that you can kind of navigate to here is that you kind of come up by the Mass Path and then
you continue along basically.
Yeah, we kind of went up onto the cliff and used the cliff as our guide until you get to the little kind of.
There's a fence. You follow the fence inwards.
Yeah.
Job done.
Yeah.
You cross the fence at a certain point when you're well, there's the top.
Yeah.
Nice and easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite a good a beginner
if you want to get some practice at navigating, it's not so big and scary.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
There aren't any terrifying cliffs or anything like that.
Jump around in some bog.
Yeah.
Get some true Irish experience.
Exactly.
Okay, let's find a spot for lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
I won the race. We can't see. I shouldn't have spun around there because now I don't know where the pointing. We can't see anywhere. So I think it's a sign to turn around. We'll probably have to leave it. And then as soon as we get down, we'll descend 20 meters and it'll be normal again. But yeah, that's what you get.
So,
Well, now, me laddies.
been in Roscommon too long.
So
So that was a gorgeous little loop.
So we just did Sliabh and
Yeah.
Iarainn. Just did the main peak.
Yeah.
It's actually not even the tallest peak in the three
Nope.
that we were going to do. But sure, listen. We made it up to the top, and then we got hit by a cloud.
Yes.
For a solid 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we didn't really feel like doing because the next bit across to Knockagullion is pretty much just bog plateau on top, and with any kind of rain, like
Well, it's mostly that like we were in a cloud, so visibility was what, like 6 meters?
yeah,
Which
extremely
is
poor. Yeah,
Totally fine. But we also weren't in a rush today. Today was just about stretching the legs,
yep,
getting some hiking in.
yeah.
So it
Yeah.
was a 6k loop from here up.
According to your watch, my watch says it was 11k. So
I think we know which.
split the difference and say it was 11k.
I think we know which.
It was definitely 6k or less. It's really nice and easy. So it's way marked. So the way we went up, our
Yes.
route was kind of a looped route.
Yeah.
We went up the main kind of way in, and then took a left. It's way marked.
Yes.
There's a
big concrete bridge.
yeah,
they
a
put in.
new concrete bridge. So
Yes.
thank you to whoever put that in.
Yeah.
Makes
Crossing that. It's quite a small river, but because the ground is so boggy, it's just quite a wet
yeah,
corner.
it was a huge difference.
Yeah.
So it's way marked up to the Mast Rock.
Yes.
And then the way we continued was basically just along
Yeah.
and up, kind of along one of the edges.
Yeah, up onto the cliff, and then kind of following the cliff edge
Yeah, and then just
the whole way around
up to the plateau once it was obvious.
Yeah. Hit the peak.
Yeah.
Ate our sandwich. Got stuck in the rain or in a cloud for 20 minutes, half an hour.
Yeah.
Decided,
Yeah.
we'll come back and do the other 2 peaks.
And then we pretty much just surfed the wave of the ridge.
Yeah.
And just went straight down.
Yeah.
Which is the closest I've gotten to surfing in ages. Ellie. Don't let me go surfing.
Yeah, we followed the fence down
Yeah.
from the reentrant, which is a fancy term for like inlet in the mountain.
I swear to God, if anyone has heard of the word reentrant before they heard it from hiking, I would
Yeah.
love to know what it was for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice easy hike. I wouldn't do it without proper gear.
Yeah,
that's for
just
sure.
because it's so boggy.
Yeah, like it's not a hike for people who have never gone hiking before.
No.
But it's pretty close. If you did it with a friend who knew where they were going, it's pretty good.
It has really, really lovely views. I don't know what would bring you here.
Otherwise?
A little bit. Like, it was
Yeah.
a very nice hike for us because we appreciate just being outside.
Plus it's 40 minutes from our house.
Yes. So, it's not one for the history books. For me.
I guess not, but I think on a good day the views are great. Like you didn't get the view over Loch Allen that I did.
No.
And because I'm taller.
Was there actually a view over Loch Allen?
Yeah, it was a gorgeous view.
Oh, I didn't walk far enough across the plateau apparently.
Yeah, I think it's nice. Like I said, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a fairly sort of, if you're nearby, it's a good one to do.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
Probably not worth driving from Wicklow.
No.
But yeah, but nice.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard there's really good coffee in Drumshanbo.
I'm excited for this. This is
So-
basically all I've been talking about the entire time.
Gonna
That I'm
go.
actually surfing.
Gonna go suss out this coffee on the way home and
Indeed. Insert pretty coffee shots. Now. Wow, those looked really good. Whoa, those were really not as good as you said they were. Just covering on our bases. As with every video we do,
yes.
we like to thank our patrons.
Yes.
We could not be doing this without the support of our patrons.
Yes.
We'd have an awful lot less time to go out and go hiking, so an absolutely massive thank you to all of you.
Yes.
this month I want to say a huge thanks to Rajesh, who actually watched all of our videos recently in like quite a short span of time, which I'm very impressed by. And something we couldn't do because I think the cringe would be too high. And I want to say a big thanks to all of our long-term patrons, Peter and Amanda and Jen and you know, all of you. You know who you are. Yeah. So big thanks. Yeah. Good?
Cool.
Good. Okay. That's our secret one, you can't... Why is your hair pink?
Why is the sun yellow?
Okay, see you later. Off you go. Gonna set the car for the Candy Crush.
Never.
No. I would actually play chess, but I don't want to seem too pretentious. Okay, let's go.
You're not coming home?